Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Vakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Vakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Vakati Sadma. Banda Mohi Savadana Mate. Namaho Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Prabhupada founder Acharya Devaki ISKCON ki. Srila Prabhupada's Guru Puja ki. Vishnupada Prabhupada Parivitya Vishnuprasad. Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Haridas Thakur Ramacharya ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Praise Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. Sri Sri Radhakrishna Gopinath Shyamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan ki. Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki. Mayapur Navadvik Dham ki. Jagannath-puri Dham ki. Tangamaya ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Sri Sri Radha-Gopinath Madhya Shaka Devi ki. Sri Janma Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. Sri Gonika ki. Srimati Tulsi Maharani ki. Lord Nityananda's Transcendental Shoes ki. Lord Nrsimhadev Salvat ki. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to the Assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shamadeta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Go Premanandi. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Are we reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam? 8th Canto, Chapter 18, text number 13. The Lord Vamanadeva, the dwarf incarnation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karayamashu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karayam Ashu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Purusakritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karayam Ashu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Purusaskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim. Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum
Vamanandrispan. Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana
Mahashaya. Karmani Karayamasu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim. Messages?
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Tambatum Vamanandrispan.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Odamana Mahashaya.
Karmani Karyam Asu.
Karmani Karayamasu.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Puraskritya Prajapatim.
Tam, him, Batum, the Brahmachari, Vamanam, Dwarf, Drispa, seeing, Modamana, in a happy mood, Maharshaya, the great saintly persons, Karmani, ritualistic ceremonies, Karayam, Ashu, perform, Puraskritya, keeping in front, Prajapatim, Kashyap Muni, the Prajapati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace of Our Jananivasa Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the great sage saw the Lord as a Brahmana dwarf, they were certainly very pleased. Thus they placed before them Kashyapa Muni, the Prajapati, and performed all the ritualistic ceremonies, such as the birthday ceremony. Please repeat. When the great sages saw the Lord as a brahmachari dwarf, Vamana, they were certainly very pleased. Thus they placed before them Kashyapa Muni, the Prajapati, and performed all the ritualistic ceremonies, such as the birthday ceremony. Purport. According to Vedic civilization, when a child is born in a family of Brahmanas, the birthday ceremony, known as the Jatakarma, is first performed, and then the other ceremonies are also gradually performed. But when this Vamana Rupa appeared in the form of a Batu, a brahmachari, his sacred thread was also performed immediately. Om Ajnantamidam Dasvijanam Shalatayata Shri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you. So here the appearance of Lord Vamanadev, appearing as a little brahmachari dwarf. And Prajapati Kashyap Muni, he's been pushed forward as the father, the Prajapati of the boy, and he's being instigated to give him the sacred thread immediately, his ceremony, Jati Samskar. Kashyap Muni is the first father. The first father is the first father, mother, that's a seminal father and mother, and to take birth in a good family from good parents. And the second one is the Jati Karma, or Jati Samskar. This is the Kula Guru. Kula Guru means family guru, family lineage. If you're born in India, you have a lineage. Come from Gotra, like Kashyap Muni. Our lineage is Achyuta. In ISKCON we are Achyuta. Achyuta is Krishna. So our Gotra is Achyuta. Our family lineage is Krishna. Achyuta is known as Achyuta. So then the different families. They have these Kulu Guru, or this Jati Samskar, giving the sacred thread, and these particular rishis and munis, they give knowledge. They have a certain type of knowledge they give, like Kashyapa, like the Kapila Muni. He's got a system of philosophy of Shankya. Jaimini, he has his system of karma monks. So these different Gautam, etc., they will have different branches of knowledge that they teach to their descendants. So if you're born in a particular family under this, then he is considered like the Kulu Guru, the Guru, and you base your teachings on his knowledge, his brand of knowledge that he is teaching. So we get different branches and different knowledges, and according to the different personalities. So these are the forefathers, the rishis, who come and disseminate knowledge in this material world. It's a big position they take, they're universal managers. And Kashyapa is the Prajapati. And these are some of the first created beings, so they're very important. Of course, the universe needs populating, it's empty at the beginning, so it has to be there, the population. So they're very important personalities, these people, progenitors. And so they give this knowledge according to their particular, whichever rishi they're following, whichever sage they're following. So they will use that particular branch of knowledge. So that's the second guru who gives you initiation into the Gayatri mantra. He initiates with fire. And then the mother becomes the Veda. Oh, no, the mother becomes Gayatri. And then the third type of birth is that one gets initiated into the Vaishnava line, to a Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna, Vishnu. So 3 types of births are living into this heaven. So there are different ceremonies. So this Upanayam ceremony, Upanayam means accepting the sacred thread. So it's like a preparation for going back to Godhead. It's the idea. You're taking a Brahman initiation and you're going to take the Brahman thread to show that you are twice born, and you're studying as a twice born with the aim of actually going back to Godhead, not to stay around in this material universe. So this is the whole purpose of studying the Vedas. So one has to accept the spiritual master. He has to have the Brahminical qualification, so he's awarded the sacred thread. So then he can study the Vedas with the purpose of going back to Godhead. Antanarayan Smriti. You said one should remember Lord Narayan at the time of death. This is the purpose of the Vedas. This is the purpose of education, to bring us to this point. What am I going to do at the time of death? So at the end, Narayana Smriti. You remember Lord Narayana, the great God of the world. And then you'll go back to Godhead. So this progression is there. You get Sudra, you get more progression, Vaishya more progression, Kshatriya more progression, Brahman. Brahman can go back to Godhead. So this is the purpose of the Vedas, that it's purifying from Tamagun to Rajagun to Shatvagun, then to Shuddha Sattva. So this is the whole purpose of the Vedas. It's a gradual process of elevation. Krishna says, Chaturvinam Mayas Krishtam Gunakama Vigasha, that I have created in the society. Krishna says, I created in society these 4 divisions. Vana Anashram, we know is Vana Anashram. It's Krishna's creation, so they cannot be abolished or forgotten. In India, many people say that was the old-fashioned system, it's not necessary. But Prabhupada said, no, practically you see everywhere you go around the world, even outside of the Vedic culture, but still you see there are a class of persons who are intellectuals and scientists and religionists. You get a class of people who are administrators, you get a class of people who are looking after the land and agriculture, etc., business, and there's a class of culture, class of man who's a Shudra or a labor class. So everywhere you go in the world, you'll see these 4 classes. So it's not although that Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago and it doesn't exist anymore. It may not be followed very well, but the thing is that you see it practically, it is existing. These classes of people are existing. So, all these great rishis, their intention is very good. They really care for universal work, to give knowledge they're disseminators of knowledge. They're in that position because because of their karma. They were they were such great philanthropists or such great welfare workers or helpers of mankind that they get this position. You take birth in the position as a great sage, and they disseminate knowledge throughout the universe, different branches of knowledge. Because one has to have knowledge to get out in the material world. When you are born in this world, you're a debtor. A debtor. You have 6 debts to pay off. This is called rini. Rini means debtor. And kinkara means servant. So there's 2 things in this world. Rini and kinkara. The rini is the debtor. When you are born, you have to pay off your debts. Your mother and father, they gave you the body, you're indebted to them. The family priest who's giving knowledge, you're indebted to him. The government, they're indebted. They make the roads and things like that, dig wells. The demigods, you get your rain, your heat, your light. And so you from birth, as soon as you're born, you're indebted to 6 people. So now, the Vedas, the different branches of the Vedas dealing with this knowledge, they are giving so you have to pay off these debtors, then you become purified. So that means you've got to do Deva Puja. You're indebted to the Devas. You've got to do Pitri Puja. Pitris means the forefathers. Your grandfather, by his grace, your father, and you got birth by the Pitras, the forefathers. So you have to worship the Pitras, Pitraloka. So what does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita about worshipping Pitra, forefather?
You worship them, you go to them.
Yeah. And what does Krishna say about the Devatas? Same thing. You have to, they worship of the Devatas. You have to worship the Devatas because you're indebted to them. You have to do your Pinda, Shraddha ceremony to the forefathers. You're indebted. We go to the Ganga and we offer the Mahaprasad, the forefathers, to pay our debts. But the problem is that while you're paying off your debt, you're worshipping the Devatas. So if you're remembering the Devatas, then you go to the planets of the Devatas. When you're worshipping your Pitras, you go up to Pitri Loka. You go. These different lokas were the different. The Patala loka, there's the Pitri loka, isn't it? That side, the Yamaloka, that side of the universe. And you belong to these castes. Agarwala, Patels, they have big communities, Indian communities, according to the Gotra. They have their communities. And so you worship your forefathers. It's like in India, you go anywhere and then you shop and you'll see that, or in the house, they've got a picture of their grandfather up there. And they do a little bit of puja every day. And they got a picture of their father. They do a little bit of puja every day. And then when their grandfather dies, Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, then they put their father's picture up there. Oh, they put their father dies, they put his picture up there. They worship his picture. And as long as that worship goes on, he stays in Pitriloka. The moment you stop worshipping your pictures, then you come back down to the material world. They come back down to the material world from Pitriloka. And they get born in exactly the same family again. The Patel family or the Goenka, exactly the same. And they do the same thing again. And they worship their forefathers. They go up there again. After that, they'll come back again and be born in the same community, same family, because of their attachment and worship of them. This is the situation. You're trying to be good. You're trying to pay off your debts, but as a result of paying off your debts, you go to Pitriloka, you go to Devaloka. So this is not satisfying for the soul. So the soul is ultimately looking for that satisfaction. So then you move off from that particular mode of worship. You worship for God knows how many lives, but you can stay around in these different ancestral planets and Devata planets. But the soul is never satisfied because he wants that service to Krishna. He wants to awaken his love for Krishna. That's the only thing that satisfies him. But when he searches for that feeling that we want to love, we want to be loved, that is there in everyone. But it's being misdirected now. So this is called Vedic nonsense. Of course the Vedas are not nonsense, but we are nonsense to be in the material world. But the process is, if you want to stay in the material world and be happy, then it encourages worship the Devatas, worship the pictures. So what do they say? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You get if you don't worship them, you're a sinner. If you don't pay your debts off, you're a sinner. And if you do pay your debts off, you have to go back to the demigod planets or the picture planets. So what do you gain? So after that, then the soul is subtly thinking, I'm not getting that satisfying looking. So then he changes his mode of worship and he goes on to another or a different type of demigod, or like this 8,400,000 species of life living entities, looking for that ultimate happiness. But he doesn't find it until he meets the devotee and can tell him the real purpose of life. But otherwise, it's very important, all these Vedic injunctions and the Jati Samskara, the birth ceremony. It's very important, it's all purifying stuff because we're in a very contaminated condition in this material world, identifying ourselves as humans and therefore following human codes that are given in the Vedas. Here Ramana, he's just been born. Usually this sacred thread ceremony is given when the boy is 11 or 12, according to caste, 21, after 21, or depending on the caste. Upanayam, it's called Upanayam. Upanayam means preparing to go back to Godhead by following the Vedic process. So that you're given the Gayatri. Your father can give, the Kula Guru can give. Kula Guru means the village guru, the local guru. So they give their son the Upanayam at that young age. And then the boy goes to supposed to go to the Gurukul and then study for some time. It can be a very short time, it can be a long time, depending. And so he's then he gets the Upanayam. He has to chant these Gayatri mantras and contemplate the meaning of the mantras. Jiva Goswami, in his commentary on the Gayatri, the Brahma Gayatri, which is the famous mantra throughout the Vedas. Srila Jiva Goswami, he said this Gayatri mantra is not worship of the sun, which is often said to be sun worship. It appears to be, even Prabhupada sometimes translated as sun. But Jiva Goswami said it's not worship of the sun, it's not worshipper of, it's not worshipping Lord Shiva, it's not Shiva Shakti, Devi, all these different. It's worshippers of Vishnu, Savitur, Om Bhuvu Ashvatat, Savitur. Savitur is Savitri, is the goddess Savitri. Gayatri is also known as Savitri. Three names: Gayatri, the goddess Gayatri, Saraswati, and Savitri. Savitri means the counterpart, the consort of Savito, Vishnu. So ultimately, it's Vishnu who is to be understood through the Gayatri mantra. How is he explained in that Gayatri mantra? It appears like the sun worship, but the acharyas are explaining this is actually when you worship the sun, you worship the super soul of the sun god. Lord Vishnu lives in the sun. He takes a golden form because the sun is effulgent. Generally he's blackish, Vishnu is blackish. But in the sun planet he has assumed a golden form. So the meaning of the Gayatri mantra is worshipping the super soul of the sun god. So it's not worship of any demigods or anything like that. Which generally the smarter Brahmanas they will worship. as Sudya Narayana. So then Gayatri, the word Gayatri means Gaya means to reveal, and Tri means the three Vedas, or the essence of the three Vedas. So Gayatri, that which reveals the essence of the three Vedas. So the Gayatri mantra is actually a verse of energy, the potency of the Lord, the energy of the Lord, the consort, the female Shakti, Savitri, Savitur, Gayatri. So the prayer is like, it's similar to the Maha Mantra. We say, Madhara, please engage us in the service of the Supreme Father Krishna. As explained. So it's similar to that, the Gayatri. We say, energy of the Lord, Savitri, Savitri, Gayatri Devi, please engage us in the service of the Supreme Lord. So that's the actual meditation of the Gayatri mantra. So Vamana Dev, because he was already born a little Brahmana, he was already grown, and so they offered him the sacred thread immediately. Upanaya. So that's the purpose of the Vedas, is to remember the Lord at the time of leaving your body. Anta Narayana Smriti. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna at the end of Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Krishna was explaining to Arjuna, I'm sitting in the heart of all living entities. The Supreme Lord is sitting in the heart of all living entities. You should surrender unto Him utterly. Jai Radha Govinda Ki, Gopinath Ki Jai. Jagannath Swami Ki Jai. Yeah, Krishna says in the end of the Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, so the Supreme Lord is sitting in everyone's heart, Arjuna. You should surrender unto Him utterly. So by His grace you will achieve everything. So Krishna is bringing us to the point of how the Lord is situated in everyone's heart. That's the super soul. And you should surrender to Him utterly. Krishna says, actually finished speaking at Bhagavad Gita at that time. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he had finished speaking. That was the end of the Gita. So generally it appears that this is the Gita, this eternal message, but Krishna actually finished speaking. And it appears that that's what happens in other millenniums. Every Dwapara Yuga when Krishna comes and he's speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, is to surrender to the super soul within, but because we are worshipping Krishna, who is actually the source of all the Vishnu incarnations, the source of Lord Narayana, it's more special, it's more sweet. Krishna spoke a few more words there. Because when he said that to Arjuna, that the Lord sitting in your heart, you should surrender him utterly. By His grace you will overcome all obstacles. Now I've finished speaking to you. Now you can contemplate and you can do what you do. So Arjuna, he's got to contemplate, what Krishna just spoke in half an hour, 40 minutes. We're studying whole lives, we can't hardly grasp, it's so difficult. Krishna just spoke that as a matter of course, and on the battlefield. This philosophical treatise spoke to Arjuna. And Arjuna is now, you've got to contemplate the whole of Bhagavad Gita. You've just heard Bhagavad Gita the first time, now you've got to contemplate, what are you going to do? Krishna's spoken about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, renunciation, Paramatma. So many topics, now Arjuna's got to contemplate, and he's thinking, Arjuna, wow, well, what should I do? Krishna's explained all these things to me. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is saying that Krishna is looking at Arjuna, and he's feeling so much compassion. Because Arjuna is in such a state of, I got to contemplate all of this knowledge and make a decision. So he's in complete anxiety. Anyway, Krishna is seeing Arjuna like this, and Krishna is saying, well, he's my best friend. And I've created this situation where Arjuna is really bewildered practically, or just coming out of his bewilderment. But so Krishna, out of his compassion, yes, actually Krishna's crying when he saw Arjuna like that. I put him in this position by speaking like this. It's my fault, and he's my best friend. So then it just comes from Krishna's heart. It just pours out of Krishna's heart. Arjuna, you just forget all those things I said. Just forget them all and surrender to me. Just become my devotee. Think of me, worship me, become my devotee, surrender me. And I'll save you from any kind of sinful activity. So this was Krishna's mercy on Arjuna. So it appears when the original Krishna comes, once in a day of Brahma on the 28th millennium, and that's, you get these verses of Bhagavad Gita that they are spoken. But on the other times it appears when Krishna comes, it appears those words are not spoken, because then Narayana Smriti, that is the goal of the Vedas, to worship Lord Narayana. Who is Lord Krishna? So yeah, so then Krishna made it easy. So we got it a bit easier. Sarvadanam parityaja manikam saranam aham tam sarvapati. You don't have to worry about all the different processes. We just take this one process. Surrendering to Krishna. And if there is any sinful reaction, then Krishna says, I'll take that, don't worry. Aham tam sarvapati, I'll take that pup, don't worry. So Arjuna is saying all the time, oh, it's going to be sinful, I got to kill my family members, it's sinful, it's sinful. So Krishna said, if it is sinful, then I'll take it, don't worry. You just surrender to me. Okay, so so we have these different Gayatris. Of course, we get Gayatris, the Krishna Bhaktas, they get different Gayatris, just like we Gauranga Bhaktas. And so we get the Gauranga Gayatri, we get Krishna Gayatri, we get Guru Gayatri. So this is our process. We go Guru, Gauranga, and Krishna. This is the process of Parampara. So we have our Gayatris of our predominating deities. So we have a Guru is essential. The first thing we learn when we come to spiritual life is that you should take shelter of a pure devotee. You should accept a Guru. So Guru is Shakshatari to Inashamas. He's as good as Krishna. We worship him just like as good as Krishna, because he's the representative of Krishna. So he has his Gayatri also. Guru Devaya Vidmahi, we're meditating on Guru Krishna Ananda, who is full of Krishna Ananda, or who was always anxious to increase Krishna's Ananda. That person I meditate on, it is that person who inspires me, inspires spiritual life. He pushes me forward. So the same Gauranga's Gayatri, then you get the Vishwambara, how the Lord Vishwambara, he's come with his mission to inundate the whole universe with love of Godhead. This is his mission. So it is that person we meditate on. It is he who, Prachodayat is the word at the end, it means he enthuses us, he pushes us forward to pure devotional service, spontaneous devotional service. It's coming from him within, that inspiration. He's pushing us, urging us forward. And then we get Krishna's Gayatri, Kam Gayatri, and Gopal Gayatri. Oh. Kam Gayatri indicates Gopikanji. Kamadeva, so Cupid. Pushpa Badanaya, he's throwing arrows, flower arrows of love, with the glances from his eyes. He's throwing at his devotees like that. That's his activity. Him, we are meditating on that Krishna, that personality, Gopinath. So, Gopal Gayatri, Krishnaya Govinda Gopijana Balara. So this refers to the principles of Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. That's in all the Gayatris, his principle you will find that Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. You know what that is? Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana? You're familiar with this? No? Okay. I give you Prabhupada gives an example. This is Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. This is what is going on in the universe. All that's happening is the combination of these three things. Now Prabhupada gives an example. Now a man wants to start a business. So he goes to those who are in the business. He associates with them, makes a relationship with them. Sambandha means relationship. So he makes a sambandha with those in the field. And after some time, he gets to know how to, he thinks, I think I can do it. I think I got it together, so I can start my business. So then he actually puts it into practice, all of that learning and everything. He puts it into practice, and he starts to manufacture his goods, whatever he's doing. And then he manufactures his goods and he sells them, then he gets the goal, the result of that, which was money. He sells his products, he gets his profit. That was the purpose of him doing it. Money, to get the profit. He's a businessman. So everything you do, it has these three aspects. You make a relationship with it, you find out the practice, you put it into practice, and then you get the goal. I'm thirsty. So someone says you should drink water. And I say, where is water? They say you go and you get one bottle biscuit. from the shop. You go get and you got the bottle of water and you say, well, I'm still thirsty. No, there's a process. You've got to take the lid off the top and then you've got to pour it in your mouth and, oh, okay, I'll follow the process. I'll be there. And then he takes off the top and he drinks the water and he's satisfied. This was the goal, to satisfy his thirst. For every little thing we do, it comprises of these three things. If you analyze yourself, any time in the day, whatever you're doing, it comprises of these three things. So that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's what the Vedas are speaking about, these three aspects. And the condensed, that's what's all that's happening in the Vedas, in the condensed version or of that Sambandha Abhidaya means to make a relationship with Krishna, to know Krishna. And Abhidaya, the process is to serve Krishna. And the goal is to love Krishna. So to know Krishna, to serve Krishna, to love Krishna. This is actually all the Vedas are speaking about. These are these three principles, nothing else. But they're using it for everything you do, but this is the actual real meaning of the Vedas for the devotees here. To know Krishna, to love God, and to know God, to serve God, and to love Him. So that is the purpose of the Vedas. So we have our Sambandha Acharyas. Sambandha Acharya is Sanatana Goswami. That means he gives us that relationship with Krishna. We have Rupa Goswami. He's our Abhidaya Acharya. He gives the process of devotional service. He gives the process of bhakti. Just like ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Consciousness, is more or less a movement of Abhidaya. It's giving the process of Krishna consciousness. When anybody comes here, you say, oh, can I show you around? This is Krishna. This is the Maha Mantra. They get to chant the Maha Mantra. So, they're making a sambandha with Krishna. These people didn't know him. And then you explain a little bit of philosophy. You're not the body. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they're making a relationship with Krishna. Then we tell them to chant Hare Krishna, or if you want to come and help, cut some sabjis, or we're going out and book this Krishna Hare now. Abhidaya, the process, we put them in the process of Abhidaya. So this is a very unique thing that Srila Prabhupada, the way he designed the ISKCON is based on this principle of Abhidaya, the process of devotional service. We're chanting, it's the process, we're all chanting. Abhidaya. So, factually, this process takes thousands and thousands of births, this Krishna consciousness process. According to Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam Jamananti, after thousands and thousands of births of being a jnani, you're searching for truth. Thousands and thousands of births. You come to the conclusion, Vasudeva Saravamiti, Shamahatma Sadulabha, such a great soul is very. He comes to the point of Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he surrenders unto him. Sambandha. This took, according to Krishna, that took thousands of births to get that relationship with Krishna. Thousands of births. Srila Prabhupada said now, this is what Krishna is saying. After thousands of births of being, you will come to me. You will take shelter, you will surrender to me. Now Prabhupada said, I'm telling you that if you do this, if you surrender to Krishna, if you surrender to Krishna, how did he phrase it? Yeah, I'm telling you now, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You should surrender to Him. If you hear me, Prabhupada said, and you actually surrender to Krishna, he said you skip, you jump those thousands and thousands of births. Because you come to the conclusion of those thousands and thousands of births, which was to take shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Vasudeva Saramiti. It took thousands of births for the others jnanis to come. But if you meet a devotee, in one day he can give you that sambandha. You know you're not the body, Krishna is the Supreme Person. You're his eternal servant. I didn't know that. This is sambandha. One day, when you go to a Krishna temple. Otherwise, thousands and thousands of births, according to Krishna. Then you do some service, do a little bit of service, that is your abhideya. Or you go into an ISKCON temple, in 2 days you get sambandha and abhideya. If you don't go in ISKCON, it takes you thousands and thousands of births to come to the platform of sambandha. Then you got, after that, you got your abhideya. Then after that you got your prayojana. So, Rupa Goswami is the abhideya charya. He's giving the process of devotional service, which is what ISKCON is. We tell people to chant Hare Krishna. You're not the body, first thing. Krishna, you're the eternal servant of Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead. Chant Hare Krishna. Do others say so much other service? So Sambandha Abhideya. So ISKCON is, we are Rupa Anugas, we are following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami. That's what he's done. He's given us the process of bhakti, the process of devotional service. So this is the glory of one moment's association with the pure devotee of the Lord. You can skip thousands and thousands of births and come to the correct conclusion. So Govinda is giving the process. Srila Prabhupada said Arjuna and Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this is the abhideya, this is the process. What is the process here? Krishna is urging Arjuna, fight, kill your family members. Krishna wanted this war to take place, so this is his instruction. He's giving Arjuna the service, the process of bhakti, because by killing, Krishna will be pleased. He wants that's the reason for his descent here, kill all the demoniac kings. So for Arjuna, killing is bhakti, because he is satisfying the desire of Krishna. This is what bhakti means. Kill your family members. So this is the process of bhakti to the extreme. Krishna is giving. But Arjuna did it. He did it. And then he became glorious. Prabhupada says Arjuna set the standard of bhakti. You should be prepared to kill your own family members. I doubt if it'll ever happen like that. We should be prepared like Arjuna was. Kill your family members. He did. That was his bhakti. So the process of bhakti for Arjuna was killing Krishna. So anything can be used in Krishna's service. And as a result of pleasing Krishna, one gets love of Krishna. He bestows his love upon that person. When the service attitude is correct, when the process, it's not the service, the attitude behind the service that is pleasing to Krishna. Then Krishna gives his love, and that is Gopinath. So we have Madana Mohan, who is our Sambandha deity. He's worshipped by Sanatana Goswami, the Sambandha Acharya. Beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can read Madana Mohan. He is our Sambandha deity. Madana Mohan. We establish a relationship with Madana Mohan. Then when that relationship is established, then Govindaji. We put into practice the process of devotional service. And when that becomes mature, then Gopinath. He's the prayojana deity, or the goal. He's the love of Godhead. So this is our situation. Now here we have Gopinath. He's the prayojana deity. So in the beginning, when we approach the deity, we should do so in the mood of Madana Mohan. Mohan is Cupid, Madana Mohan, Cupid. Material world, we have Cupid. The most attractive feature of this world, boy, girl, heart connection with these arrows. The strongest bondage and attachment in this material world is the Cupid's arrows. But Krishna is Kandarapakoti Kamaniya Vishe. He's more beautiful than millions and millions of cupids. Chintamani Pakara Sadmas Vikalpaveks. Kandarapakoti. Cupid again. He's more beautiful than millions and millions of cupids. So Madana Mohan, you are, I'm attracted to the material cupid. This is my situation in this material world. So you are Madana Mohan, you are transcendental cupid. Please give me attraction to your lotus feet so I can forget this attraction to the mundane cupid's foot. So this is our mood of approach when we're approaching the deities in Krishna. The attitude is that I am attached to the cupid of this material world. Please bestow your mercy and let me become attached to you. That you, Krishna, you're the transcendental cupid. Then, when the service attitude is right, then so up until that time, you'll approach the deity. Gopinath is here, but we approach as the mood, the sentiment is Madana Mohan. Madana Mohan, you are Cupid. Please give me attraction to your lotus feet so I won't be attracted to the Cupid of the material world. That establishes a relationship. Now when we engage in seva, then we're approaching Gopinath again, but now the mood has changed. It's in Govinda, we want seva. So we see Gopinath and we approach, but the mood is now it's in serving. And when that service attitude is matured, then we approach Radha Gopinath as Radha Gopinath. Gopinath is our prayojana deity. And so that is love of Godhead, the final goal of life. Prem Pumatapurna. The final goal of life is love of Godhead. So that's Gopinathji. But Prabhupada warns us, don't jump over. We should not try to jump over to Gopinath. First, establish that relationship with Krishna, Sambandha. That's more or less on the platform of self-realization, Aham Brahmasmi. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, the heart is cleansed. That is your Sambandha, begins at that point. Then the seva, we approach in the mood of Govindaji to give us service. And when our loving attitude is developed in Krishna, reciprocates as Gopinath. So therefore, we explained yesterday, Gopinath is our Ishtadeva of the movement, of our movement. Gopinath is the ultimate goal, our ultimate Ishtadeva. But the approach, according to our mentality, is as first Madan Mohan, Govinda, then Gopinath. Don't try to jump over to Gopinath. Prabhupada often says, run off to Vrindavan prematurely to see Gopinath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Shri Vamana Dev ki, Shri Bhagavatam ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Samveda Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Nitai Go Premanand. Hare Bo. Thank you. Thank you.
full bells.
Even in temple worship for that's the standard of the people. That's the rule that goes with the temple worship. People developing all the worship room. They're not making a small bell.
Small bell. Moderate. The idea or version of being the bell is to attract attention.
No, it's music.
It's a music.
Yeah, the bell embodies all the all the sound of music.
Because I was thinking, if it serves to attract attention of other people, then it's wrong to use it because attention should be on the class. But okay, the moderate probably a smaller bell should be because the grab the bell and it doesn't really ring, it just that's not really music, and all sounds are not present anymore. But I know there was here once Jananivasa, he was insisting that the bell should stop. Pujari wouldn't stop. Still insisting, and then still Pujari didn't stop it, and so it was like okay.
One of the aspects of Radha is experience more or less what he's doing. In the temple, even though it's a large festival, contracted, but still because it's the Lord's temple, then you should. You had no issue with it. Otherwise, no place for something.
Do you by chance remember Mandali and Mandali?
Yeah. From Switzerland.
No, here there is Mandali and Madhugopal. She is originally from Croatia. She lived in America. They attended course. Yeah.
Oh.
So they yesterday on seeing this ceremony, they had health issues, they couldn't attend. But they were watching over and they reached after the refugee course.
You can put Michael Kevin, of course.
Yeah. And will you be taking compliments to this program?
Yeah, okay.
And what, because you'll be leaving after lunch. Curtain is closed, so you have
What's
some
that?
curtain big, so it's
Oh,
so what's your plan?
oh, I can see.
You take it before to your place?
Yeah.
And do you is it going to be kirtan with it, or do you just take it?
No, it doesn't.
But
Perception. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. According to the devotees' degree of self-realization. But it's the same. Yeah, that's not really enough. So we see, Michael, we're seeing Radharani. We see Radharani, but the mood of approach is the same, even as according to our realization. But not the one. Yes. No, I can, he talks about it, but we used to do class there. Yeah. I never fully grasped it. But he used to do it all the time. Yeah. He said, you understand? I said, no. He said, does it sound okay? I said, yes. I said, that's good.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh. What time is it for Ramadan?
Oh, after 10 something.
Yeah.
After 10 today.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
after 10.
we can see the
Some
example.
prayer day?
In this Sunday she has a perfect Thank you, Professor.
Is it after 10?
Yeah, it's late.
And I would want to make some for Shadow. We
We
didn't realize that we're almost late, so we would occur at 9 o'clock, but we keep it at 10. It's just your body is up to your style. Would you be okay to?
Yeah.
Would you prefer to wait till 10 then?
Well, I'm not very, take the reins. Unless he gets a policy.
So do we know what time exactly?
What time?
What time we're going? Is it after 10 or 10?
Yeah, I was going to look and my wife called me and I got distracted and so what are we now? The date is well, okay, so 10:58, 10:58, 11:20.
10, 15.
11 to 11:20, you can say. Yes. Yeah, but it never gets in my mind because I was reading the discussion on leadership conference. It was quite a strong discussion. First about Ramani, so anyway, they made some conclusion that we see it as well. But then there was also pointed out about this Hadashi fast. With these times of breaking fast, sometimes it's only a couple of minutes and it's needing a lot of fast. And so and okay, we're going to do this running around, do something. Then this also was mentioned, sometimes it's goes to the next day so that they're basically having breakfast, they also Hadashi breakfast on that day. Prabhupada's times, only on that day from sunrise to sunset. From sunrise to sunset. Okay. But, this is now.
Thank you.
Then this is the smarta influence, taking over ISKCON. We are much more concerned with all kinds of details and things. We are losing the essence of the mission and teaching, so forth, so many things. So I was wondering, how are you doing in Mayapur? Should you in Mayapur will you also start the next day? Ekadashi breakfast, if it happens like that. That spills the next day. In other words, that breaking of the fast is after the breakfast of next day. So you still serve, you're not.
At the moment we see what the tithi is, we spend the following night.
Yeah. So that would mean, and it was mentioned by one of the senior prophets that was there something that, come on, keep me free, How do you want to do that? It's ridiculous. We should keep it simple. We should make it on that day.
But it's not smart enough. Most of the rules we can. And specifically the gods and Mahaprabhu instruct that please follow their policy. He said it that the Ekadasi is Iceland?
Yes,
Many of the
yes.
other rituals,
Yeah,
they're not so necessary. But the Ekadasi, they always.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur also sings about that in song, Mother of India, something like that. But the devotee, I think it was Malaka, American.
Good?
Malaka. I'm not sure, but maybe. But in any case, the point they were making was not that we should observe the tradition, but that we should get into these things. He says, in early days, during Prabhupada's presence, it wasn't there apparently. Prabhupada never made it a point that it should be filled out and so forth, or strictly for a minute. It was just simple from sunrise to sunrise. Anyway, I was just then discussions stopped. It wasn't really taking any further. So that's what we do. We have this corporate. It's GBC calendar. So I'm too young there in this conference to say anything. So I also the calendar follow is the application also for staff, which is all corporations. It's called GBC calendar. But it is approved by GBC because they observing festivals and cultures as well. So it is. You see, there is one problem also with these minutes. Here it says 10:58 till 11:22. Now I would have to see this was published by BLS. Then, and this is for Benelux calendar. So there will be one timing for Radhadesh, another for Brussels, another for Amsterdam, so forth. There is some here interpolation, something that you will very. And then I have, I think here will be maybe even different, because I have exactly for Radhadesh. Breaking close. 10:58, 11:23. A lot. Not 22. You can expand it to 11:23. because this is, as I said, but this is not really a problem. Minute here there. Last time here during the biggest festival that we have here in Radhadesh, which is the Radhadesh Mellows, that attracts devotees from all over the world. Hundreds of devotees, like 800. So, yeah. And they are all over the place. So, it had, well, here is a big impact, of course, and then they have also here nearby is a big park and some hotels. So they are private, they are it's all and sort of coming locally. It happened that this calendar and our calendar that we calculated with GBC, they were different because here and in Brussels, can you make the differences? Tiny. Because the Ekadashi was falling on different days. So they based the entire program on one calendar, then it turned on this calendar. In the end, they turned it actually proper for another, it should be this calendar. So they tried to apply that. And then there was also Nityananda Trayodashi and Sachinanda.
Three things.
Yeah. And then Sachinanda Swami will see his Vyasaputta falls on that day. And I was like, what to do? It was such a big discussion. And basically, we observed it already here on another day, not on the day which was here strictly for population. example, you are here, and then you, as you're going now, you're going to lunch, you're going to concert. So here is one way, there is the other way. What should you do? Can be really.
What time are they in? Do you know?
After lunch. Just after lunch, like 2 o'clock, 2:15 latest, you should reach to be there by 4:16, I think. Yeah, anyway, so that's why I liked the way it was, it used to be, and we didn't have, I joined in 1983 next Yugoslavia. We didn't have any calendars, any idea. We only know it was 11th day of full moon and maximum. So we just look at the calendars, whatever, it's just a regular calendar. That's okay, today is a full moon, 1, 2, 3, 5. I mean, what you can do.
After sunrise, everything.
Yeah, sure.
Anytime after sunrise. No problem. So try Black Mass. You said you can use the Tantric girl at the job pit. The Presbyterian. Then you can use that Tantric.
And then again, then there's some say it should be according to Vrindavan time, not according to local time. So many ideas there. Like Muslims, they have also everything according to Mecca, whatever. They're so full of calendars, not calendars, but maps and things and positioning. It's a whole. Look, original, keep it on. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I will make somehow these things go through.
And 12. Is that it?
Yeah, 11 to 11:30. 10:58 to 11:22.
You're very sick, is it? Yeah?
No, he's 83, now he's not. He's not on my phone.
He's there? No? Or is it?
We're going to visit now.
Or is it?
Then our 1 hour.
It's on the shop.
It's for you. I have to.
One week, so much for sure. That's nice. You're fun.
Okay, thank you. Very nice. You're also going to travel further?
Yeah, we'll come back tonight. We're going to 2 hours from here. Buses. Yeah. Then come back. Then tomorrow we'll you were here yesterday?
Yes, I was for the class in the morning and
Okay.
I did a little bit, not so much. Maybe I'm going to try to, I don't know. You know, I was thinking if I would go on Sunday time and then collect maybe from that, you know. That means without a family, so if I really should go to little bit, then it would be like a pledge for a few years. But how to do that?
So generally you stay here.
Yeah, we have a house sorted. Now we just build a little bit our so that we can, I hope that I can give myself some participation. Might go down.
Yeah.
It's possible that from every book, it's also a little bit going, or not?
No?
From every book distributed, it's also something going.
You know, BBC is
For years already, for 20 years. So it was already prepared before. But it was not prepared.
No, time we started the theatre meeting. That time big teas we had.
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,